My name is Bumi Okunowo. I'm the National Coordinator for NITDA, Office for ICT Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So I coordinate the activities that has to do with fostering, supporting the innovation ecosystem in the ICT sector across the country. We thought about how to help the ecosystem. In the last 4 years, what I've been working on with the former Minister for Communication Technology and NITDA is how do we support and grow the ICT ecosystem. There are quite a number of challenges that the ecosystem faces, particularly the startups. One is access to finance, access to the market, the necessary discipline, quality products, and all of that. So we looked at that, and we know that ICT empowers people, and we have a lot of young people, who are building ICT products here and there, but they are not able to scale, they don't have access to the market, they don't have finance to grow their products or to build the governance structure that is required. So we thought about how do we help them, to achieve their goals. And in achieving their goals, they'll be creating jobs and they'll also be creating wealth. And that's how we came up with the idea of setting up a dedicated subsidiary under NITDA. Now, for this program, which is the NYSC, NITDA NYSC ICT Innovation and Entrepreneurship Program, the statistics from NYSC shows that minimum of 250,000 corpers graduate every year and they go to camp. MBS says about 27% of them are either unemployed or underemployed. So when we looked at the statistics and then we felt that that's a very huge youth board, and that how can we increase the conversion rate of these youth corpers to become entrepreneurs, to have jobs, to recruit people, to create wealth. That's how we came about with this initiative that let us take one of the components of our program, which is innovation ecosystem, that to extend it to the youth corpers, create this platform where they come in, they get some workshop and some training. At the end of it, they go to our website and they submit their pitch or their ideas. When they submit the ideas, we have a panel of judges which comprises of people in the private sector, incubation managers, acceleration managers, investors, a whole lot of people will look at the ideas, the ICT ideas that they've submitted or the ICT product they've submitted. And when they look at it, they'll pick some sizable numbers, those that can be converted into good business within 1 to 2 years. So that's how we went ahead and then we started this. We wrote to the DG NYSC, he's so excited about it and we have his support to continue to do it. So we just started the pilot phase, which is basically for the agencies under the Ministry of Communication and Technology, NITDA, NIPOST, NCC, NITCOMSAT, and Galaxy Backbone. We said, okay, let's try it and see how it works. And we've seen the outcome of it so far. So we are now going to go to the whole nation and roll out this program to the whole nation, calling for ideas, calling for people that have products, software solutions, who are still corpers. When they finish their youth service, and we have selected any one of them, we will invite them, we will engage them and see opportunity of how they can be incubated in one of the hubs across the country. And then NITDA commits to give them a minimum of $2,500 for the incubation cost. The end goal in mind is to create at least minimum of 1 million jobs. And when we say 1 million jobs, just imagine out of the 250,000 corpers, if half of them or 1/4 of them are ICT driven, or they are inclined towards ICT, or they are thinking of creating a business around the ICT, or creating a business that will be driven by ICT. And if you take the statistics of MBS, you'll probably be looking at about 125,000 corpers, or even if we take 100,000 corpers. If out of that 100,000 corpers, we're able to get 50,000 that become successful businesses. If it's a team of 4, you see the amount you've gotten already. So we know it is achievable from now till 2019 to create 1 million jobs through this initiative. Secondly, we will also have created at least minimum of 100 to 150 new ICT entrepreneurs, who will be creating jobs, who will be creating wealth, who will be creating innovative solution that is addressing specific socioeconomic problems. That's our end in mind. The challenge is actually resource, being able to pool resources, people that can be part of it, facilitate it, deliver lectures, Not that we don't have resources in Nigeria, but they're very busy, But thank God we are able to pull in a number of them, to leave their destination, come out of Lagos to Abuja to participate and do this, for us. Our expectation is that at the end of this training, from the feedback we've gotten from them, some of them were really very excited. Not just excited, but they've been immersed in a deep knowledge of entrepreneurship, from both people who spoke and from the various material that were shared with them. A number of TED Talk movies were showed to them. And we expect that the knowledge they've learned and then the breakout sessions that we organize for them, they are in groups now, and the groups they are is that they are creating an idea on the fly within just 3 days. And they're going to come on stage and present their ideas. And then we also have put a token, as a prize for the first 3 top ideas. Now, we expect that at the end of this event, they are going to go back. Some of them might remain as a team. Some of them might go on their own. But that they're going to go to our website, which is www.ictinnovation.gov.ng/register/NYSC, and they will submit their ideas, either as a group or as an individual. And we intend to pick at least some number of them by end of this month and then commence the incubation program for those that have passed out of service. The next program, because when we wrote to the DG NYSC and the feedback we got from him is that he's excited about it. He loves the program because he feels this is really in line with creating jobs, creating wealth for the youth, and considering the unemployment, the percentage of unemployment rate from the youth corpers whenever they pass out of the service. So the next phase is going to be next year, and what we plan to do at that point, based on the feedback we've gotten from the DG NYSC and from my own DG, Mr. Peter Jack, is that we want to roll it out to some of the cities. So we're planning to start with Abuja City, in between March and April next year. And what we intend to do is to roll out this program, have a 2 or 3 day workshop like this, but then it will involve all the corpers. It's not just going to be limited to the corpers under the agencies under our ministry. It's going to be all the corpers who are IT inclined, and we're going to take them through the workshop, and then at the end of it, we'll tell them, hey, go to the website. If you have an idea, if this workshop has empowered you more to create your idea, go to the website and then submit your pitch. And we also plan to do Lagos next year as well. We haven't picked the date, and we go to Lagos and do the same thing. And we will then use a lot of channels to broadcast it, because we can't go to all the cities in Nigeria. So we're going to use various media channels, both new and traditional media, to publicize it to all the corpers across the country, that they can go online and submit their pitch, and then judges will select them.
Let me just quickly run us through the format of the presentation today. Number 1, you all need to submit your presentation right now to the technical team. So choose a team lead amongst yourself. The team lead doesn't mean that he's better than all of you or he has 2 heads, but somebody has to be the contact person. So whoever is making the presentation should take the flash and go and submit it to the technical team right now. And your presenter will get up and come to the podium and start the presentation. You have 5 minutes to speak all the Turanchi that you want to speak. 5 minutes to submit your pitch. I hope you're energetic, you follow the outline and all of that. After 5 minutes, we will stop you, whether you've reached the end of it or not. We're not going to say, oh, okay, let's give him 2 more minutes. No. 5 minutes, stop. You stop.
Shown that 50 billion chickens are raised annually for the raising of meat and eggs. But most often, farmers that engage themselves into this poultry farming lack the ICT knowledge, the skills, and the manpower to do this business effectively. Most often, because there is no consultancy, one will just decide to go into production instead of maybe production of meat, instead of production of eggs, because the idea is not there. That is why we brought this idea. So what is poultry marketing? Is the process of promoting and selling poultry products and services. This includes market research and advertising, while poultry consultancy is a professional practice that gives expert advice on poultry farming, which may be egg production, which is also called layers breeding, meat production, broilers breeding. What are the objectives what do we intend to achieve by offering marketing and consultancy services? The first thing is, we intend to create a nationwide marketing and consultancy service for poultry farmers, both online and offline. Why do we say we want to go online and offline? Because as we intend to create a website, apps, applications that will help farmers, most of these people are not educated. Most of people doing poultry farming are not educated. That is why we say we are going to offer consultancy services offline as well. You can walk into our shop, into our center, and get consultancy services offline. That is what we mean by that.
Now, let me just take your mind back a little bit. I believe we could all remember the very first day while during the lunch break, Mr. Ago actually lost his phone, and we came here to announce. Well, that was a good thing. But let's see. While we're making announcements, what if the phone is locked? Probably the person that finds it, what the person do? Well, before that, let's say an average Nigerian, whenever you find a phone, what do you do? If you're a good man like me, probably you try to look through the phone, check the last dial number if you can pull a call through. Or wait for a call to come in, then call the person, how they can notify the person. So get back to the question, what if this phone is locked? What if the battery is low? Or there's no network coverage, what will you do? Well, what if it's your home wallet that is misplaced with maybe your valuable items, ATM card and so many things? How does the finder reach out to you? Another question for you to ponder on. What if there's an accident and you want to call for help? What will you do? What if there's a stampede or fire outbreak? Just think about it. What if all these things happen? What will you do? That gets me to my next slide. See, the solution is simple. The solution is just there on your screen. Got Your Back is your solution. What is Got Your Back? Well, I will introduce that to you. Got Your Back is just a web version or a mobile app that strictly serves as a platform that alerts or notifies Nigerians on everyday well-being and life. That is what Got Your Back does for you. Got Your Back is just like an application where you can actually mix up with people. Also, revenue, how do we generate from Got Your Back? Well, like you all know, Facebook didn't start one day. It was actually a gradual process. So Got Your Back is just a gradual process where you can actually make your own money. Well, making money maybe through adverts, downloads, partnership, and sponsorship with MDAs and private company. This is how we actually generate our own revenue as Got Your Back.
My name is Pascal from Group 4. Group name is PD and Corps Consulting. We are presenting on what we have tagged OIIE Safe Play Intelligence System. Now we propose a system that is meant to put control of the challenges that are being experienced in the oil marketing of petroleum products in the hand of the stakeholders such as the consumer, the owners of these marketing organizations, oil products marketing organizations, and the regulatory bodies that regulate this distribution of oil products. Now this innovation, if put in place, we are looking at developing an embedded system that has modules to capture the volume, capture the volume dispensed or received, and also be able to capture the quantity that has been dispensed, and also match it with the pricing that also these products are being made. And also based on that, we are checking the density, the relative density for the type of products at per time that is being dispensed, whether it is petrol or diesel or kerosene, and also the volume. We are looking at we are also looking.
Good morning, panel of judges, my colleagues, corpus, and everyone here. We are talking on Move Smart. Move Smart is an intelligent traffic system that takes decision as humans will do. What it does is, if there is less traffic on this side, it will stop it, and if there is more traffic on the other side, it will pass them.
Challenge is being solved. We were motivated by this problem, like in growing cities like Abuja, Lagos. There's issue of traffic congestions on our way. So we come up with problems like traffic congestion. We are uninformed. If we want to go home, how do we know which route, the best route to follow? Environmental pollution, the amount of gases these cars generate every day increases global warming. We looked at increased fuel consumption. We use more fuel these days to run our cars. The drivers, not even aware of what is happening. Then we don't have adequate security intelligence. So with this our system, we can solve that problem. Each security on each junction and so forth. Yeah, the description of the program is we have 3 cardinal points. We have the hardware aspect of it, which is the add-ons we are going to add to existing traffic light systems to make them smart. And we also have the software part of it. The software part of it is for our clients that wants us to install it, be it governments, oil companies, the rest of them. We can install this in their environment and give them the software that they can use for remote monitoring and controlling the traffic. We are going to benefit the congestion of cities. We are going to create employment because a lot of people will be employed to man all this equipment, the software to control it and the rest of them. The motorists will be informed. Our security will have increased our security intelligence, reduces fuel consumption, idle time. A lot of us spend while our time on traffic while we have important things to do. So we can reduce that. Revenues. This our traffic system, smart traffic system, which is Smart Move, can be able to find the photos with the technology embedded in it. It can track, provide evidence, you can't deny it. Actually, we can make money from the sales, the installation, and the maintenance of these products. And also, adverts on the software part of the stuff.
Presents Group 2, which is the PowerLink Group. And we'll be talking about automated electricity billing system. How will you feel as a young entrepreneur? You have a target to meet 7 a.m. in the morning, and then you wake up 5 a.m. to put finishing touches to your work, and you see no light. How will you feel as a businessman or a businesswoman after making your cakes, your zobo, your kunu, you put them in the fridge, and you wake up the following morning to see that the whole thing has gone bad? How will you feel as a director, a permanent secretary? You have a presentation to make the following morning, and then you wake up to put final touches to your work, and you see no light. How will you feel as you are seated here and are making presentation, and the light goes off, and then you ask the management of the thing what's going on, and then he tells you we have run out of units? You see, this automated electricity recharge system is an app we intend to develop as a team to save us some of the stress, some of the hassle, some of the wahala we pass through, some of the cost that we incur as a result of.
Thank you very much, Isa. Well, noted that, as is well said. We'll move on to the challenges which we've been able to outline from this existing system. We've been able to see that this existing system leads to time wastage. Time wastage in the sense that every time you need to go down to electricity billing system units, probably like the one we have at Area 11, Area 3, and that's at Apo and at Meitama, you see that you have to spend time to leave your office or your shop to go down to that place to buy credits. And now you don't just go there and meet everything easy. You have to waste so much time on queues and other things. But we've noticed that this is a challenge in this existing system. Non-availability at all times, as well as you said, you find yourself that during holidays, during weekends, or at odd hours like night times, you can't go to their billing units to get units for prepaid meters to pay for such services. And you know that during that period, it means you either have to run your gen, which incurs more cost on you, or stay without light, which might be a problem to you as an entrepreneur or as an employee. And we've also noticed that it leads to so much cost on transportation. Imagine I live in Lugbe, or my office is at Lugbe, or my business environment is at Lugbe. It means I have to transport myself down to Area 3 or down to Wuse to pay for this bill. Now this money I'm spending for this thing, with this new existing system, it means that I can add the money for my transportation to even get more electricity bill time. We talked about the stress that
Which kind of thing? This is my 5th rejection PPA letter. Which kind of thing? As only me.
My fellow coppers, Get Connect is the ultimate solution to these your problems. We also offer solutions to problems such as bringing a link between entrepreneurs and skilled labor. It also serves as a fallback for dissatisfied core members. We have cases where core members, are rejected from their PPAs and they don't have a fallback plan. What these core members need to do is they visit our app and they see a list of, available PPAs and also get the opportunity to pick PPAs that fall in line with their passion. And they can also pick PPAs where they can acquire 1 or 2 skills. Let me move quickly to why this app came up. I said the app came up to bridge a gap between entrepreneurs and skilled labor. The app also came up to bridge the gap between contractors and freelancers, and also to serve as okay, I've said that. Let me quickly move on to how this app can benefit the people, the society, and our nation. First of all, we'll talk about easy access to available jobs by core members and skilled labor.
My name is Babatunde Gideon, and I will be presenting on behalf of Group 6. We have a solution titled Global System Tracking. Global System Tracking. Now, the global tracking system is a solution that aids at tracking human beings. We were able to come up with this idea by looking at the case of the Chibok girls. We looked at it that they were kidnapped and we couldn't locate them for a long period. And we also looked at the smartphone, how it works. We were able to identify the fact that your smartphone, when you activate it, you can move around and check your Gmail account and also see where you have been. It's a human tracking system that aids at determining the exact location of persons. Now, problems in the society, we're able to identify these problems. Increase in cases of missing children and adults, inability to locate or monitor students' movements, truancy and absence of students from school due to ingenuine reasons or pretenses, confirmation and authorization of persons to pick up your word. If a parent can't make it to school to pick his child, he can give someone his authorization card, and when he gets to school, he presents the card and picks up the student. Attendance monitoring. If you can have an automated attendance. Safety and security of children in and out of school, e.g. the Chibok girls. How it works is very simple. Smart ID cards carrying individual basic information of users. All your students will have smart ID cards, and it will contain their basic details, their parents' details as well. Possible partners and investors. We can market this solution to government agencies, private companies, schools. In fact, you can market this idea to 100 schools in Abuja, maybe 50 in Lagos, and all over the state. The Nigerian military too can also buy into this idea. Then the criminal justice system, for example, culprits who are granted bails, probably you don't want them to escape or to know while the investigation is going on. You can just use this tracking system so that they don't move out of where they're supposed to be. Safety in schools, safety in schools program of the United Nations. This is also applicable, the global tracking system. So in conclusion, the global tracking system will be a valuable tool to the society when implemented. Then we also aim at marketing this idea to various sectors, government agencies, private companies, security agencies, the military, and what have you. Thank you.
This is team number 3, which is the OK.
team. My name is Himan Basi. I want to ask this question. Now, sometimes when we see clothes on catalogs or we see clothes online, what is the first thought that comes to our mind? I love it. I want to have something like that. Now, what is your next step? Your next step is to look for a tailor that actually sew that clothes for you. Now, you have to go to the tailor for him to take your measurement. And you tell him what you want. You might a little bit modernize it and tell him, okay, I want this to be short sleeves, I want this to be long sleeves. Now, we understand that we have a lot of catalogs online. But do somebody actually bring the service to your doorsteps? You ask these questions. If you're working from Monday to Friday, for instance, would you have time to go to the tailor on Monday? No. On Tuesday? No. Now, what happens if you go online and pick a design you want, and a marketer or a distributor within that zone come to your doorstep at the office, give you the gallery for you to view, select what you want, and we bring it down back to your doorstep? That means it saves you the stress of going to the tailor on Saturday. You don't have to start waiting till weekend before you go see the tailor. Within Monday and Friday or Saturday, your clothes will be done within that same zone. Alright? I'll go next. Alright. Now, challenges being solved. Tailor's disappointment. Sewing go wrong or gone wrong. In other words, you pick a particular design, you don't even know, you don't even have a particular designer, but you want someone to actually sew it for you. But at the end of the day, what happens? The person messed everything up for you. What would you say? Well, at the end of the day, you have a convenience, you have employment for individuals as well within that zone. Description of the idea goes like this. Now we're going to create a web application. It could be on the website, it could be a web application on your phone. Now, users going to create their account, they sign in. Now when you look at this catalog, what do you see? You cannot view it, you like it, then you share with somebody and say, oh, I saw this and I think it's nice and I want to sew it. Now the same process here. We don't have to go to Facebook to like anything on Facebook if we don't like it. But you go to our site, you view our gallery, you pick your product that you want, which is a drag and drop. You could do your own design if you want. If you want a short sleeve of that design, you want fishings, you want different kind of design, you could pick and drag and drop. It goes to us as the vendors, then we present to the tailor or the designer that will make it for you. Then we bring it to your doorstep, exactly just your size. We have measurements. You go through the measurement step, your child at home that is 10, 12 can measure you and you just put it online and submit.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Oluchi. I'm presenting for the A team, also known as Group 10. Our idea is called e-errands. So imagine you're at work, maybe it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and you need something from the markets. Maybe you are here now, or as you are here, you need something from Nyanya markets or from Karimo markets. And you know that there's no way you can get there before it is closing time for the market. Or imagine you need something from the same Karimo or Nyanya, there's traffic on that road, so you don't want to go there. Maybe you can't make it back on time. So now, imagine that there is someone who can get it for you. Imagine there is someone who is coming from there. Imagine there is someone who is close to that place. Someone who can do that for you. So the solution that we're preferring to this problem is our site called eerands.com. You go there, you post your shopping list. So when you post your shopping list, someone who you can be by location or by category. So you post your shopping list and someone who is in that area or someone who can do it for you picks it up, makes an offer. So here you post your shopping list, then people make offers. You choose the best one for you, agree on the prices for the items, and then when you agree on that, sorry, that went so fast. When you agree on that, you make payment to the site, not to the person. So the site stands as an intermediary, keeps the money so that it doesn't go to the other person and he doesn't provide the service for you. So the money is with the site. which we intend to have partnership with banks so that the site would have integrity. So when you are satisfied, when the person delivers it, when you are satisfied with the product, then you'd confirm that on the site, give the person ratings, and by that we have agents that their ratings get increased, and other people say, okay, this person is a certified agent, he can help me buy this or this without running away with without bringing me substandard product. And if you are not satisfied, you can open a dispute and we'll try to resolve it. So if in the process of resolving it, there is a product that still needs to be sold to someone, you can come on our site still, put up the product, it gets on an auction and it gets sold.
Imagine not knowing what's where. I'm going for a conference. I'm going to a place of worship. What color best fits my car? Is it a red color? Is it a blue color? How can I ever get my air right? Unprofessionalism, indecision, resource wastage, unsatisfaction, stress can be solved by one solution, our solution. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you ProtoSnap. What is ProtoSnap about? Simply put, it's a masterpiece that offers one's expectation. Imagine you having a solution that tells you what you need to do even from the beginning and what you're going to get at the end of the day. Now, this is how it works basically. You take a picture here, you upload all samples here. Let's take, for instance, Shola, who wants to go to a conference. She's shuttling between putting on a suit, a dress, or a business, a casual, maybe. And then all Shola has to do is take a picture of herself, come here, upload samples, and at the click of sample A, the result comes out. At the click of sample B, let's take for instance, she's talking about or she's thinking about putting on a dress, the result comes out. And at the click of C, a casual, the result comes out. Now for John, who also has a problem deciding the color of the car he wants to take, he comes here, he takes a picture of his car. Here he uploads colors, maybe color red, maybe color blue, maybe color green. And at the click of each one, he gets his result. Expected outcomes / benefits. Now, ProtoSnaps generates ROI for all partners. It generates return on investment for the inventors, for the investors, and everyone involved. It solves indecision problem. Now, why do I have to change 10 times on my own when my app can do that? It saves time. Imagine I had to go for a conference and then I got a 2 days time notice. Why I have to go to the mall or why I have to go to a place and change over and over again, I can simply do that with ProtoSnap. It saves resources. It promotes satisfactory relationship between service providers and customers. Revenue opportunities. Now, what ProtoSnap, our targets basically are the major companies and the general public. Now, for the major companies, we'll be giving them a licensed version. Talk about the makeup industry, talk about the car industry, talk about the fashion world. In the makeup industry, we could have people like Tara, we could have Zara. In the fashion world, we could have Afrik, we could have Zafaya. In the car industry, we could have talk about CFAO motors. And the general public, the plan really at the start is to have, let's say it's going to be a free version. All right. Now, it's out there. Upon upgrading, you get to pay a premium, and from there we can generate our own resources. Now, conclusion. Think simplicity, think satisfaction, think perfection, think ease. Think of a world where you get to control all happenings. Ladies and gentlemen, think ProtoSnap. Thank
You may not need money, but there's nothing other than first to believe that you can. And that's the beginning of the whole story. But do you believe that even if you have the best idea, all the determination, and even if you have all the money around you, that you can still fail if you are not good in planning? Do you believe that? And that is why this quotation is very relevant at this point. I asked this first question. I hope that we all know the key details of business planning. This author said, projects do not fail at the end, but what? At the beginning. And what is it? If you don't sit down to know the road you want to take, if you don't sit down to know where you want to, the vision, then of course, any road can take you nowhere. You have two main sources of funds. The one we call the equity, and the one we call what? Debt financing. And within these two, you have also two sources, formal and informal. Luckily, we come from the background where we have extended families. Over there, I know that when it goes beyond the immediate family, you're on your own. Is it not true? But here, you still have uncles, relations, friends, and I will tell you a story. I started something here in Abuja, not even my own profession. I started because I like giving examples so that you also be encouraged. In 2010, I felt I had a gap somewhere. I saw a gap and I floated a garden somewhere in Gariki. I didn't have money. But because I just did a kind of gap analysis and I saw that there are kinds of food that people don't have here. If you come from Enugu or from the east, there's what we call tapioca, abacha. Do you eat it well? Yes. And I discovered that what I've been seeing have been people carrying that food, marketing it, and that's not nice. So I told my wife, I know you can cook well. Why don't you do something like this? And then we import palm wine from Enugu. Is it not okay? I sat down and did the analysis. And then the next thing is, how much will it cost? The first is to rent somewhere. And believe me, I didn't have money. I got to somebody and I told him the plans. And I said, look, Oga, this is what I have on paper. And the man asked me, do you want me to be a partner or do you want to take a loan? If you are in my shoes, what will you answer? Huh? Do you want me to be a partner or do you want to take a loan? What will you answer? You want to be a partner? Fine, because you don't want to pay back. I thought of it, I said, sir, which one do you want? He said, yes, because if you want me to be a partner, then you write off your own, maybe with income, profit that will come into it. But if you want me to give you a loan, I'll give you a loan, I'll give you a moratorium of 1 year, maybe 2 years to start paying. I've done my P&L projections, and I knew that, look, it's going to make it, I'm going to make it. And within 1 or 2 years, I will not answer. You are waiting for me to tell you what I told him. Yes, I told him, please give me a loan. It was risky, but I took that road. And within 1 or 2 years, I moved out from the place I started and built another one somewhere in near this Gariki village, opposite that, after Regina Passe, immediately after it, worth 2 million naira. And I was asking myself, where is this money coming from? You see, it is not about I can't make it or nobody will give me money. If you are convincing, somebody will help.
The team that came first with the total of 81%, please dance to the front. Protosnap. Protosnap is going to be presented with your token gift by John.
The office, first of all, the DG of NITDA and the Office of Innovation. I want to congratulate you. Okay. Ajiwaya.
Is anyone dressed in new company
Yes.
from anywhere, so it matters.
Yes. Congratulations.
Second prize with 80%. You all can go sit down now. With 80%, E. Aarons. E. Aarons, coming second with 80% of the votes.
Once again, on behalf of the Director General of NITDA and the Coordinator of Office of Innovation, I want to congratulate you for coming second. And I hope that it will be a motivation for you wherever you find yourself. Congratulations.
In third place with 79%. Last but not the least, I'm pleased for all of you that the other 7 teams doesn't mean that you have done a shoddy job. It just means that you need to work harder. Third place, Move Smart. Move smart. You people are not moving smartly. You are moving sluggishly. Okay, John.
Once again, a big congratulations on behalf of the DG of NITDA and the coordinator of Office of Innovation. I want to congratulate you and tell you that you have just started. The sky is the limit. Congratulations.
Thank you.